Hello everyone, welcome to Richard English 3-Minute Grammar. Today our topic is causative verbs. Right now I'll call it CV for short. When we talk about the active voice for causative verbs, we use subject plus a CV plus an object and plus VR. VR means the verb root. Also, we call it like the original form of a verb. And when we talk about passive voice, the sentence pattern should be a subject plus a CV and plus an object and plus PP. PP is the past participles. Also, it's like the third form of a verb. Okay, right now, let's talk about the active voice in causative verbs. And we have two kinds of causative verbs like this. And the first kind is make, let, and have. And they have similar meaning, but when we talk about make, it's like more like you force someone to do something. And when we talk about let, it's like you allow someone to do something. And if you use have, it's like you ask someone to do something. But whenever you use the three words, these three words are causative verbs, and then you plus one object and you use the VR here. Remember, it is very important. You should use a VR behind your object, okay? And once again, VR means verb root, also the original form of a verb. Okay, and pay attention to the causative verb, I mean make, because make can also follow with adjective or noun here. And if you feel confused at that right now, don't worry, I'll give you some example sentences. Okay, so example sentence number 1. Bill made Judy wash the dishes. And here you can see made is a CV and Judy is an object. So you see we use wash, VR here. Okay, let's see the next one. Singing made him happy. Okay, here made is a causative verb and him is the object and happy is the adjective. So whenever we use make, you can also use adjective or noun here. So in this example, we use an adjective. Okay, let's see the next sentence. His wife made him a great man. Okay, again, here, made, causative verb, and him is an object. And here we see we can use a noun behind the object. So that's the other function whenever we use the causative verb make. Okay, so these three example sentences give us a concept about make. We can follow with VR or adjective or noun if you use make here. Okay, so let's pay attention to the other two causative verbs like let and have. So let's see the fourth sentence here. Vicky let her son play basketball. Okay, here let causative verb. Her son is an object and we can see a VR here, that is play. So that's the way we use that. Okay, the last one. Leo had me wear a jacket, and here had is an causative verb and me is an object and wear is the VR. Okay, right now let's talk about another kind of causative verbs. The first one is get, and here get means like convince. Okay, so also whenever you use get, then you use an object, then you use the infinitive. Infinitive means to be. Okay, to be. Okay, so that's the way we use it. And why we classified it to another catalog? Because here we don't use the VR, we use 2V infinitive here. So that's the key point you have to notice. And the second causative verb is help. And you have two ways to use help. The first way is you plus one object, and then you use 2V or V. Both are correct. Whenever you use the word help, you use an object, then you can use infinitive or VR. So you can use 2V or just V. Okay, both are correct. And the second way to use help is you use an object and you use the preposition with and plus a noun. Okay, so let's see the sentence here, and then you can get a clear concept. Okay, the first sentence here, Cindy got him to find a job. And here, got, causative verb. When you use the object him, and then you should follow with infinitive, that is to find. Remember to use to here, okay? Okay, so let's see the second sentence. They helped the poor with food and clothes. Here, helped is the causative verb. And here, because food and clothes are noun, so you have to use a preposition with here. So, okay, remember this rule. And let's see the third sentence here. Susan helped me to do my homework. Here, help is the causative verb, and me is the object. And remember, you can use to do or do. Both are correct. Okay, so that's the way we use the causative verbs in the second catalog. Okay. Okay, then let's see the passive voice in causative verbs. And remember, in this kind of sentence pattern, we don't use the verb loot. We use the PP here, past participles here. So because for this object, the action is like a passive voice, so we don't use the active voice anymore. We use PP here. We don't use VR here. Okay, so just pay attention to it. Let's see the first example sentence. I had my hair cut. Okay, here, had is a causative verb, and my hair is an object. And cut here, it is a PP, okay? It is a past participle. So, because, you know, your hair cannot cut by itself. So here, we use the passive voice. Cut is a PP. Okay, let's see the second sentence. My dad had his car fixed. Okay, here had is a causative verb, and his car is an object, and fixed is a PP, because you know car cannot fix by itself, so you have to use the passive voice. Okay, so that's the reason why we use fixed. That is a PP. Okay, let's see the third sentence here. I got my homework done. Okay, here, got is the causative verb, and my homework is an object, and here we use a PP, done. Homework cannot do by itself, so it's like it's a passive voice here. So that's the reason why we use done. Okay, so that's all for today. Hopefully you can understand how to use causative verbs. And if you liked my channel, please subscribe and share. Okay, see you next time.